$10,000, the holy grail of the agency space. Now, I'm going to show you how you can make that amount of money in a single month by running a cold email lead generation agency. I'm going to show you the exact 8-step process that took me over 9 months of grueling hard work and endless nights to crack, so that you can get to that 10K goal much faster. Now, before I get into the process, there's a very important disclaimer that I have to tell you, and that's you will not get to that 10K a month mark or any mark without putting in consistent work. Now, this is something that you've probably heard many times from many different people on many different occasions, but it is very true. You need to stay consistent, and if you just put your head down and apply these processes, you will see that 10K a month and much more. But that's under the one condition that you put your head down, you get the work done, and you don't beat around the bush and do other tasks that are not revenue generating. So without any further ado, let's get right into the 8-step process. The first part of starting a cold email agency and growing it is picking an industry. So there are a few things that you must have within an industry for it to be applicable to your cold email agency. So number one is that it is business to business. So your clients need to be selling their product, their service to other businesses. They can't be selling it to normal consumers like an e-commerce brand sells their shorts or their swimwear to normal consumers. It has to be business to business. Number two is there has to be pain around the topic that you can solve with outbound marketing or cold email. So for example, a very common one is with marketing agencies. They always have the pain of not enough leads or not enough clients. And there's a huge pain around that for directors of business development, directors of growth, CMOs, overall founders of marketing agencies. There's always a pain that there's not enough leads in the pipeline. And if there's enough pain, they will pay a very good price to solve that problem, and they will act on it quickly. So if there's no pain around what you're selling, you're never going to sell anything, right? It's going to be a very big uphill battle for you, and you're not going to generate many sales. If there is pain, right, it's like selling painkillers, right? If someone needs painkillers because they're about to die from how much pain they're going through, they're going to pay thousands of dollars if they are needed to, right? Now, as for vitamins, nobody needs vitamins, so that's why vitamins aren't insanely expensive. So there has to be pain around the topic that you can solve. Number three, is that it is in a growing market. Now, there's a very good example of someone who is a A-level entrepreneur, someone who really knows how to grow businesses, but they were just in the wrong industry, right? And that industry, for example's sake, was newspapers, right? They were trying to grow a newspaper company in the 21st century, right? Where newspaper is a dying business, right? Nobody reads newspapers. Everyone's on the online, on Twitter, on all these different types of websites. Nobody buys paper magazines. So it has to be a growing market. And after that is easy to target. So the only way that you're going to get new clients is by reaching out to them. Nobody's going to come to you when you have no case studies, no social proof, no nothing. So you need to be able to target them relatively easily. That's why marketing agencies are a really good place to start, because there's so many of them. So they need to be easy to target. You need to find their contact information. You need to find their, mobile phone number, email address, LinkedIn profile, whatever it may be. You need to get in touch with them. And then also identify an industry that has purchasing power. And that basically means they have money to invest in their service. So there was also another example where this kid, there was this entrepreneur, and they started a business that targeted specifically college students, right? And they were selling a relatively high price product for the value that they were getting to the college students. And they weren't able to sell so much because college students notoriously don't have much money to invest into things that aren't necessities, right? They don't have a lot of money. They haven't worked for many years. It's not their fault. They just don't have as much purchasing power as other industries, such as people who just retired or people who have been working for 20, 30 years. So you have to kind of think logically there. Those are the main criteria that we look for when entering an industry, and that you should definitely look for when picking your first one. Now, a few examples that are really, really good are B2B SaaS, cybersecurity, real estate, enterprise tech or like any type of big technologies that's sold to businesses, and logistics, right? One more that is very popular as starting out is marketing agencies, right? So there's a ton of marketing agencies. The one problem with marketing agencies is that to a point, they don't have the best purchasing power, right? For them to pay you $5,000 a month, it may be a lot of money for some agencies. So you have to kind of pick your battles when picking these industries. But here are just some examples of industries that we've seen success with early on with cold email. So let's move to the second thing that you need to take care of, which is crafting an offer. So you have outlined who you're going to sell it to, right? You know who you're selling to. Now you need to craft what you're selling to them. So the offer framework is simple. It's one sentence, and basically it goes over, I help your ideal client profile get a specific result, or what we call a quantifiable result, which usually has like a number in it, within time frame of those results, using our mechanism, or like a unique mechanism is sometimes called, and then you include your risk reversal. So the elements of a winning offer are ideal client profile, quantifiable result, time frame of results, mechanism, and a risk reversal. With this offer, with these 5 points, it is hard not to sign clients if you also pick a good industry. Okay, so let's kind of back up and see the difference between offers that fail and offers that win, right? And there's a very distinct difference, and it's very simple. Offers that fail sell the process. Offers that win sell the outcome. So what does that mean? Selling the process means you say something like, we'll manage your social media, or we'll redesign your website, or stuff like that. Like, you will sell the process. When you sell the outcome, you do something completely different, and you have a structured offer like this. So for example, you might see offers like this running around. We will generate 15% more sales from your social media using within 60 days, or you don't pay, right? So this one, for example, didn't have the quantifiable or the unique mechanism, but it was still a very good offer, because when a business owner buys from you, they don't buy social media posts. They buy more revenue, or at least the hope or the opportunity to get more revenue from your mechanism. So in reality, someone's not paying you $1,000, $1,500 a month to make social media posts. They are only paying you, and this is the only reason they're paying you that $1,500 a month, is to make more than that $1,500 a month. Now, the way that you get them more than that $1,500 a month that they pay you may be through social media, but it's not like that. That's not the main reason why they're paying you, right? So for example, another offer is, we'll redesign your website, right? So it's the same thing. It's the same offer. We'll redesign your website. We'll redesign your website to convert 15% more visitors within the next 40 days using our, whatever you want to call it, strategy. You only pay if it beats your current website. So this is an offer that if someone is looking to redesign their website currently, or has some sort of intent, and you come in with that type of offer, it is a very no-brainer decision, a very clear decision that they should go with you. Why? A big part of it, especially when you're starting out and you don't have many clients or many social proof, meaning like examples or case studies, you have a risk reversal. And that is very important when you're starting out, because people's main thing over online business, and especially when they're dealing with the young guys that are, in their bedroom or whatever, they think that they're going to lose their money. And if you can assure them that even if you don't make them that much money, or if you don't hit this result, you will give them their money back, right? So this is the structure of an offer that will get you results if you get it in front of enough people. When I was starting out, I ran this offer. I started with purely cold calling, and I literally called them up. I was like, I will book you 10 qualified sales calls within 3 months. And if I don't, then I will give you all of your money back. And at that time, I was barely charging anything. But it was a really good offer, because if I didn't do it, they would not lose anything except for time, right? So you want to minimize the risk as much as possible for these prospects. So that's crafting an offer. That's step 2. Next is creating a landing page. A landing page is not a fancy website. If that's what you think, get that out of your head. A landing page is not a fancy website that you spend a lot of time and money on. A landing page is simply a conversion mechanism. What does that mean? That means that you take a lead, you show them your landing page, and after that, they have enough information and enough overall trust to book a call or to start working with you. So here's our entire landing page framework. I'm not gonna go over it, but it's gonna be in the link in the description. You can check it out. This is exactly how we used to build for our clients and how we structure our landing page nowadays. And also worth mentioning inside Outreach 101, which is our cold email program, you get a editable copy and paste version of this landing page for free. So that's that. If you want to, you can join and literally have it done within an hour or two, or you can spend like a day or two on it. Do not take more than a day or two to make this landing page. I made the huge mistake when I was starting one of my previous agencies of spending literally, I'm not even joking, 2 months making a website, and it was not good at all. So don't make that mistake. It should take 1 to 2 days max. Don't stress it. Don't make sure that it's like beautiful and pretty. That's not the point. It's just a conversion mechanism where people want to see what you have done in the past. All right, so that's create a landing page. Number 4, service-based lead magnets and outreach. So now we're getting to the point where you need to sign clients. And service-based lead magnets are the only predictable way you can get your first few clients, right? So what is a service-based lead magnet? A service-based lead magnet, as it sounds, is something that you do for a prospect that has some sort of value, right? And you give it to them. You just straight up give it to them. So for example, if you're a video editor and you want to give a service-based lead magnet, a very good one would be a free video edit, right? So there's multiple ways. You can just straight up edit someone's video. You can offer them, you can send them an email, be like, hey, can I edit a video for you for free, right? No cost, no nothing. Someone will say yes. If you send 1,000 messages, someone will say yes, okay? And also, after you do 10, 20 of those service-based lead magnets, someone's gonna like it, and they're gonna be like, hey, how much would you charge me if I wanted to do 5 of these a month, right? And you'd say this much, right? And now you have a client. So service-based lead magnets are a really good way to get your foot in the door if you have no case studies, right? If you have no social proof, no nothing, you're just a random guy. The only value you can provide, since you have no knowledge, which is fine, everyone starts, right, with no knowledge, is the only thing you can provide is your work, right, your effort. So basically your goal at this point, once you have an industry, an offer, and a landing page, is to pump out as many service-based lead magnets as possible. So that's basically just, you want to give as much of those free things as possible because it will come back to you. It may seem like you're just doing all this work for free. People will come back to you if you provide a good service, right? So through cold email, cold DM, and cold calling, give them as many free things as possible when you're starting out because they will come back for more. So for example, like the video editing example, or for lead generation agencies, one of my lead magnets was a free custom built lead list, right? We still do this to this day. We still give service-based lead magnets, even though we have over 15 clients, right? So you will get eventually sales calls. You will get people interested in your actual service. Your goal is to close these as clients, right? And for them to just start working with you, right? And the only goal that you have is, number one, signing them as clients. And once you have them as clients, is to generate results for them, right? And basically document that. So the whole goal of your agency is to make other people more money than they spend with you, right? That's called them having a positive ROI. And that's what's going to give you referrals. That's what's going to give you good case studies and all good stuff. There's nothing bad that comes from that. And they will also stay longer with you. If something's working, there's no point in them leaving. So you should get at least a few sales calls. You should close at least a few clients, get some money through the door, and also deliver for these people. That's one thing that I regret, is not spending much more time on signing more clients and delivering them, right? Getting them the best possible results. So that's that. Next is collect and publish case studies. So once you start running cold email for these clients, you'll eventually start getting some sort of results. It may take a month, it may take 6 months. You will start eventually to get results for them. And your goal is that is to document it, right? Basically, if you go onto my website right now, there's multiple videos of people saying, hey, I worked with Alex, I made a positive ROI, I got a good result with him, you should do this. That is what you need, right? You need social proof. So once you get that video, you need to push it onto your website, onto your social media, onto your YouTube, everywhere. Broadcast it to every single platform that you have, because number one, that it'll gain you more of an audience, and number two, it'll bring you leads, right? So that's that. It'll increase your authority. Literally nothing bad can happen from publishing case studies, right? Next is creating systems and processes. Now, you need to do this on a very fundamental level. Your goal should still be to get as many clients and to deliver for them. But eventually you will reach a bottleneck when you have like 5-6 clients where like you have so much work. So that's when you want to have a proper onboarding flow, right? Which is very easy. We go over inside Outreach 101, a proper onboarding flow, service delivery checkpoints at least, right? And a routine check-ins with clients, basically just what we call standard operating procedures, which are SOPs, basically instructions on how to do your service. And once you have this built out, and the more and more you kind of figure out how to provide your service, since you're still just starting with cold email, you'll have a better sense. You'll have more of those SOPs and more structure, right? This number 7 is creating a structure to your service, because when a client comes in and there's nothing going on for a few days, they're going to ask for their money back because you don't have a structure. Now, if you do have a structure, and the moment they sign the contract, the moment they pay, you start working, they're going to like that, and they're going to be more satisfied with their service, more likely to refer your clients and stay longer. So create processes and systems. Do not go crazy yet. Do not go building automations for every single thing and setting stuff in stone. Just build processes, write stuff down, and have a structure to your agency. Once you have more clients than you can handle, start working with an automations agency, start doing automations on your own, but do not focus too much on this, because you still need to sign more clients, get more money through the door, and get more case studies. Lastly is just repeat and scale it. So keep signing more clients, keep getting more results for them, keep creating more case studies, and it's like a wheel, right? Just keep doing that and you will keep scaling. Now, obviously there's the whole part of processes. So automating parts of your service, and like that. So hopefully this helped you out. If you are looking to learn cold email for real and fast track it, instead of spending 9 months like I did, or 6 months even, if you want to learn it within like a month, join Outreach 101. That's my advice to you. Join Outreach 101. We have 2 weekly coaching calls every week where I'm there helping you guys out in the weeds, helping you build better client campaigns, sign more clients, build flows for your automations, stuff like that. There's 13 hours of exclusive cold email content, much better than my YouTube content. And also there's exclusive tech discounts, so you don't have to pay full price for things, and over 100 people in the community. So that's my advice. If you're looking to fast track your agency growth and just get lightning fast feedback loops, join Outreach 101. That's my word of advice. Now, if there are any B2B businesses watching this, and you are interested in us running your cold email, like I said, we in the past 6 months, we've booked over 1,000 qualified sales calls for our clients at Infinite Bookings. So book a call below if you are interested. And with that being said, if you found any value in this video, all I appreciate is a quick subscribe, a quick like, share with someone who can benefit from this, and I'll see you in the next one.